Hey, today I want to explain my take on the philosophy of clickbait. I know this is pretty clickbaity, but yeah, I just want to elaborate a little bit on the philosophy behind that. So I would say we just start into the video, and first we need to have a definition of clickbait. So what is clickbait? On Google I found it's content whose main purpose is to attract attention and encourage visitors to click on the link to a particular web page. So it's basically using a term that will attract attention. Okay, so far so good. So why do people use clickbait, right? Why do I make a video about clickbait and people use clickbait titles? Well, first there's quick fame. Second, therefore is attention. And therefore there's an achievement of goals. This could be a lot of goals. And these goals could be money, spread of an idea, attention and fame, or a multitude of things. But what is now the philosophy behind that? So I want to start not with some idea of philosophy, but I want to start with game theory. I think game theory explains it the best. Because if we classify clickbait using clickbait as a game, then we have a good approach to explain the whole thing, I think. So a game is something where we have multiple outcomes and we speculate on one outcome according to either probability, assigned probability, or totally ignorance. So in this case, in this game, we have three outcomes. The viewer will be happy to have seen the video regardless of it using clickbait. The viewer will be angry to have watched the video because it was used clickbait and wasn't a good video. Or the viewer will simply not have cared to watch the video. So, that's the three outcomes. I realize I can be perceived as arrogant because I say so, but this is just because I'm German and I sometimes need to think about my sentences, and which is possibly not good, but I will just continue with the video now. Because there is no anticipation possible of which outcome will be true, we can't say with a certainty that the viewers will be happy, angry, or will not have cared to watch the video. It is a decision under ignorance, because we can at no point know what will happen. So why do people make that choice then, if it's completely random and we really don't know what will happen? If it's a decision under ignorance, we might explain it by it being the most satisfying outcome. Satisfying means that we choose the first thing that is satisfying. So if we want to reach the goal of getting fame, the first idea we have is using clickbait, then that will be used because the most satisfying one for our goals, or is the perceived most satisfying one. The second explanation is that there will be a higher amount of people who don't care or who will have liked the video than those that will be angry. Therefore, clickbait seems to be the rational best choice, because if the graph is evenly spread, then clickbait seems to be the rational best choice. If 2/3 stand against 1/3, it seems to be a good choice. Even though it is still a decision under ignorance because we can't know about the probabilities. But if we think that the probability of each outcome is 1/3, we might have the best rational choice. And we tend to use what we think is the best rational choice, which doesn't mean that we are always successful in this. For example, there could be a bet. Like you could bet $20 and you could either get $20, so you have $40 in the end, like plus $20, or you could gain 500. Which bet would you choose, or would you even choose one of it? Most people would choose to bet the $20 to gain 500, even though it might be irrational if the probabilities don't fit. That's why Lotto and all this stuff works. The lottery works. So that's my approach. But I know there can be critique to this, and my critique would be that clickbait can also be seen as purely egotistical. Wish you a nice day.